Hey, HTDA, and today I want to welcome you to Incremental Week, in which I'm going to showcase a whole bunch of these extremely addictive games. For those of you who don't know the genre, incremental games are all about making numbers go bigger. They are also sometimes referred to as idle games or clicker games, although these genres aren't 100% the same. This genre is really my guilty pleasure. Can you do all of this in a spreadsheet? Probably, but I am a guy who likes spreadsheets anyway, so that's not really a downside to me. Now, some of these games can take thousands of hours to complete in some cases, but the one I'm going to start out with today is not only free, it's also pretty short. So let's dive in. Okay, so apparently we are an archer and we are going to shoot at a target. We can craft the target to shoot, and when the target is broken, which takes a couple of shots, it will give us experience. And once we do, we need to build a new target. And let's see, we can start getting ourselves some skill. And apparently every time we kill one of these targets, we gain some experience towards concentration. And every time we have a level of that, we get more experience from the next target that we kill after that. So in other words, we are just going to continue and shoot some arrows at these targets. And right now it's kind of a clicker game because I do have to manually make these targets reappear every time. But other than that, there's nothing happening. Now, I assume that soon we'll be able to start making some money because, as you can see, I have a new skill that I can unlock, but so far I have no way to actually do that. There we go, we have unlocked the quests. You will automatically perform a quest repeatedly for gold. Which one are we completing right now? We just unlocked the first one. We are now gathering herbs. Every time I complete this quest, I am gaining 1 gold. Just 1, but still it is going up. And as you can see, we can now actually upskill this as well. Like I said, we are going to make the numbers go bigger. This is getting annoying really quick, but let's upgrade this. Let's upgrade this again, actually. And now we're earning 3 gold per completion of that quest. And every time we complete that, as soon as we reach concentration level 7, we'll be able to upskill this again. There we go. And it's now already at max, and we're earning 4 gold per like 3 seconds or so. Now, we want not just concentration, we actually want strength as well. And we can select strength over here to make this now go up. That means we're no longer gaining levels in concentration, but we are getting levels in strength, which increases the amount of damage we do with the arrow. So basically, this will allow us to destroy the targets faster and faster as we go. So you can see these targets are going down pretty quickly already. We have unlocked upgrades. Okay, so let's check those out as well. Ooh, look at this. An Amulet of Insight increases concentration skill experience gain by 50%, or a bow. And this is where kind of the optimizing part in these games comes in. Can I buy an Amulet of Insight right now? Yes, I can. Would that actually gain me anything? No, because I'm currently leveling strength. So getting this enchanted bow over the Amulet of Insight is probably better than the alternative. Now, let's see. We have the herb level at max already. We need strength 6 in order to unlock the next quest, which we are about to do. We also need 300 gold to unlock dexterity. And there we go. We can unlock a new quest, which is farming. What will farming give us? 3 gold every time we complete the quest. And that's about it. So technically, I think it's right now better to keep doing herbing, but the farming will eventually outlevel this, I assume. Yeah, now we're already getting 6 gold per quest, which obviously is more. These games always start out really simple, but they will get more complicated as we go. Every now and then I have a little bit of a cough, so if you wonder why I go quiet, I am muting myself in order to not cough in your ears. Hopefully I will keep that up as we complete this game. Now we're already up to 9 gold per quest completion. We need strength level 12 in order to get to the last level, and that should only take a few targets. In the meanwhile, look, we can buy additional targets, which at least makes this a little less tedious, so I can just click 2 at the same time. Although I'm probably still going to alternate that. We now have max farming level and we need dexterity level 10, and in order to do that, we are going to need some more money. In the meanwhile, can we buy anything else? We can probably buy something else. We can buy wooden targets, which increases the health of the target. Health target and gives more experience, so that's interesting for sure. However, I think we still need to go for dexterity first. What does this give us? It increases the fire rate of all arrows by, well, 0% for now, but I assume this will go up pretty quickly now. Let's see how fast this goes. Just level 1, 5%. So now we're just going to be shooting faster and faster at the target. So that's definitely an upgrade compared to what we did before. If I can buy this magic quiver, I can make this go 50% faster as well. So again, makes more sense to buy than the Amulet of Insight, even though we can afford that right now. So just a few more quests. There we go. And now we should be gaining a lot more experience for dexterity. Look, we're already at level 6. Okay, I'm destroying these targets almost faster than I can click them. Can we automate this? Auto-craft targets. Oh, that's quite expensive still, though. No, that's fine. Let's see, what is our next target? We need a lot of money in order to unlock that, or we need to unlock a new quest. So let's go for the hut building, whatever that will give us. Let's read that. This actually gives us concentration experience on top of some money, and we also need dexterity leveled up in order to increase this further. So we are still using the targets to level our dexterity, but we're also now gaining concentration levels. And we can now upgrade this, and we get even more concentration experience and even more money. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of those. Let's buy the wooden target, so at least they last a little bit longer. Ooh, that's a lot longer. This is going to save me a lot of clicking, that's for sure. So now we can spend a little more time on making sure we're optimizing this. So we're now still building huts. We are getting more and more money, 27 already. We need dexterity to level 19, which we are leveling. Look at how much experience I just got from that single target. That's quite worth it. Let's upgrade this once again, and now we need accuracy to level 20. We need 1.1k in order to unlock this, which means we are just waiting for some targets to be completed and some quests to be completed as well. In the meanwhile, let's check this out. We are leveling dexterity, so we don't need... Well, we could actually buy this now. It's pretty cheap and it will give us more concentration gains, which we are actually getting from the quest. Where's the quest? I forgot where the quests were. There we go. So we're now actually gaining 150 concentration experience from the quest. Oh, that actually went by pretty quick. We can now unlock accuracy. Let's start leveling that. What does that do? Increases the hit chance of normal arrows by 0%. So that kind of implies that we will have different arrows as well. And the critical hit damage increases by 200%. So that's nice. Look at that. It just boosted to level 8 straight away. So we have a crit chance of 8%. And look at the speed at which we're actually shooting at the targets now. The dexterity is really coming in clutch over here. What are we leveling? We are leveling accuracy. Do we have anything to help us with that? We could still buy this, honestly. It's not that expensive. Just to make sure that we're leveraging the hut building over here. And we need accuracy to level 20. Pretty straightforward so far, but I have a feeling we'll get some more complex materials. Mechanics, I should say, in a moment. And there we go. We are now at level 21. Let's unlock this and let's go bird hunting. So this quest actually gives us accuracy XP as well. And it requires even more accuracy in order to upskill. Oh, that went by pretty quick. Speaking of which, I am going to save up a little bit for the auto-craft targets, because that seems very much worth it. And 1.5 is not that much compared to what I'm already earning. Let's make sure we upscale this so we get even more money, and we now have enough money to auto-craft targets. And there we go. We have now completely automated this process, so we don't have to worry about that at all anymore. Okay, so let's see. Let's upgrade this quest once again. What do we need? We need concentration level 40 in order to continue. So let's start leveling this intentionally now. You should see this shoot up now from level 28 to what? Oh, that actually didn't go as fast as I was expecting, but that's okay. We could buy an Amulet of Insight now. We could upgrade it even further, I should say, in order to make our experience gain go up quicker. We are still gaining accuracy, though. We are now already up to a 35% crit chance, so that's quite significant. What does an Amulet of Blood do? Oh, that's the accuracy experience. Oh, that sounds interesting, but for now we're leveling the concentration. So let's focus on that, and let's just get the bow before I forget, because that will give us more strength increase and just 500 gold to begin with. Okay, so we need to go all the way up to 9,000 in order to unlock Vitality, another skill. Or what did we need? Level 40 concentration. So we should be pretty close to that already. Yeah, just one more target, I believe. And then we can unlock that and get once again a new quest rolling. Forest Patrol. Scout the forest and report for resources and threats. This will actually gain us concentration experience and dexterity experience. And we need more concentration in order to level this up even further. So this is going to increase our shooting speed without us actually trying. So that's really nice. And we can already upgrade that. We are now getting dexterity as well, so we might as well get the magic quiver to make sure we're leveraging that. Stone targets. So this is even better targets, and that will make sure that we don't have to click this all the time. Okay. Well, we already don't need to click it. It will just make sure the targets get even better than what they already are. We can upgrade the Forest Patrol over here. Get some more experience going. Yeah. Like I said, can you do all of this in a spreadsheet? Probably. Is it still fun? Yes, because honestly, you're seeing the numbers go up. I mean, we just started shooting out and manually crafting these targets very, very slowly, and now we're already kind of looking like a shotgunning type of archer. I'm not sure how he's firing, or maybe she is firing those targets so quickly. But, yeah, they are doing a pretty good job at that. Okay, let's get this to a level max. Level 4 is that, I believe. And now we need... Oh, we actually need strength. I completely did not notice that. So let's make sure we start leveling that. Yeah, the enchanted bow gives us more strength experience as well. So let's make sure we are gaining that. Were we also getting... from the quest, I keep forgetting which tab is the quest. Oh, there we go. Concentration and dexterity. So anything we can buy to help with that? Not really at the moment. So let's just save our money. We're actually not that far off the 9,000 either with what we're earning now. Look, we are already in the thousands. Strength is shooting by pretty quickly. So that means that we should be able to unlock the next quest pretty soon. Yeah, I should probably have started this a little sooner. Apologies about that. But this is where the optimizing comes in. In the meanwhile, should we get these stone targets? Maybe in a moment. Let's make sure we start working on the next quest. So the next quest gives us a lot of strength experience and accuracy experience. So that we are gaining even more strength. We need to start leveling vitality as well as strength. But the strength will take care of itself. So let's make sure we unlock vitality over here. And we start working on that. And that will give us additional arrows made of life force that deal increasing damage as we are leveling this up. Look at how fast we're destroying these targets now. Oh look, you can see a damage meter in the top left. That kind of shows us what type of arrow is doing what part of our damage. Let's also upgrade the deer hunting so we get even more experience. Oh, we have a lot of money. So what was it that we are getting? Strength, accuracy, and vitality. So anything that increases any of those is probably worth getting at this point. We are already at level 43 vitality, going so quickly. But we need to go all the way up to 52 in order to unlock the next level. That means that getting the stone targets might be interesting as well soon. Just because you can see we are very quickly destroying these wooden targets now. I was actually wondering what were the targets made of before? Not wood? No, apparently not. But okay, strength level. Yeah, okay, so we are working our way towards that as well. We need 50k in order to unlock magic affinity. That's quite a lot. But maybe the next quest is going to help out with that. Let's just switch to that. We didn't actually max this out yet, but I think it's probably better to switch to this. We are going to get a lot of money and some vitality experience as well. And we are... What do we need? I actually don't know what we need. Yeah, it doesn't actually specifically say what we need, but we can make a lot more money doing this quest. We will get a lot of vitality in the meanwhile. Might as well upgrade the dexterity. More arrows, never bad, right? And oh wow, we're getting so much money now. Well, we can probably move to the city pretty quickly, but let's make sure we get those stone targets going. Yeah, these last a lot longer, and will, as a result, give us a lot more experience as well. And yeah, let's make some. Let's just keep leveling the lowest one. I think that makes a lot of sense. And start working our way to Magic Affinity. Or actually, there is a thing over here called Move to the City. We already unlocked all the jobs, it said over here, so I think it makes sense that we start working towards moving to the city, because that will probably give us new upgrade options as a result. In the meanwhile, let me know in the comments what you think of this type of game. Am I the only one who likes these? Well, apparently not, because people keep making lots of them, and that's not a complaint. I really like that. But I always wonder what it is that attracts me in these games, because honestly, it's a little bit idle. I mean, like I said, there's a huge overlap with the idle genre, because there's some times where you just stare at the screen and watch your numbers go up. Is that very interesting? I don't know, you tell me. However, we are getting very close to moving to the city, so just a few more quests to go. Let's see, what are we leveling? We are leveling dexterity. It might actually make sense to level concentration first, because that will give us more experience, and that applies to everything. So in hindsight, might have been more optimal to do that, but I think we'll be fine. Let's move to the city. Okay, that was a change. Mithra. Okay, things get really expensive now. We are now in the City Watch, and we are actually gaining a lot of concentration experience and a lot of money as well. And that's a good thing, because we need a lot more concentration in order to level this up, but we are already doing that. We also need accuracy, so let's make sure we're actively leveling that from the experience we get from these. So we're kind of working on both things at the same time. This will increase the rewards for this even more. We're already gaining 1k each now. That means I should probably get an Amulet of Insight to capitalize on getting even more concentration experience. Yeah, sure, I'll buy the cheap stuff now at this point. However, let's keep optimizing a little bit. We need 50k for the Magic Affinity, and what do we need for the City Watch? We need concentration experience and accuracy for the next quest. And we are working on all of those. Let's temporarily work on concentration, so we can actually upgrade the skill sooner. Just one more level. Oh, there we go. Now we get even more concentration experience and even more money. So I think it makes sense to first level, max out the quest, so we are getting the maximum amount out of that. Most importantly, the money. And then focus on doing the other stuff as well. Now, let's see. Can I buy anything to help me out with that? This is a little bit on the expensive side. Yeah, we are going to need more accuracy experience as well. And now we have this maxed out, so now let's start focusing completely on accuracy. We just got a new item for that as well, so that should help out with that. Strength, dexterity, accuracy. Yeah, sure, let's buy another one of those. Oh, I should probably have gotten the Magic Affinity there, my bad. But at the rate we're now making money, this shouldn't take too long to get, and we are also almost up to 70. Yeah, so now we can start unlocking a new quest, which gives slightly less experience, but also gives us a huge amount of accuracy and concentration experience, so that's really nice. And we need accuracy to level 76 in order to get that to the new level. That shouldn't take too long, by the looks of it. We are really boosting through these levels now. As you can see, we are shooting so many arrows. Really impressive, honestly, how he's doing that. But and there we go. We now have we have all skills unlocked, and we have now magic. Look, we have another thing we are gaining, magic experience, and that we can use to learn stuff. But we first need to actually unlock that. In the meanwhile, let's start upgrading our sharpshooter skill. 3k per quest now. We are still working on accuracy, I believe. Yeah, we are. We also need to start working on dexterity at some point. But like I said before, let's just make sure we upgrade this completely first. Might as well upgrade this just because we can. And then start working on everything else. Let's see, how are we doing on the rest? Let's see. What is this? A wizard trainer. Increases magic affinity skill experience gain by 50%. Sure. Mostly because I want to check this out. So we have 1 magic experience now, and we can learn how to shoot magic arrows. That's it. And we are now gaining some of those. Let's make sure we upgrade the sharpshooter skill in the meanwhile. What do we need next? Still accuracy? Sure. Let's see, we can start firing more mana arrows. We can start doing more damage with them. Or, this is more damage. What is this? Mana arrow damage by 50%, sure. Oh, this is also damage. It's just the same thing. These are new types of arrows. There's a lot more things to unlock here. Anyway, how are we doing on this? Level 88. And how far did we get? Well, pretty far already. I should probably invest a little bit of time. There we go. Let's get a couple of levels of dexterity, because that will make me shoot faster, which makes me get everything else faster as well. And then, yeah, there we go. And let's switch back to accuracy for those last few levels. I should probably just kind of randomly buy some of these upgrades, because all of this is going to give me new experience. And I probably have been gaining some of these these elements already while not paying attention to that. So sorry about that. We have another one of those magic experience things, but everything we need for this actually costs 2. So we need to unlock that. However, this helps. That's 200% magic affinity gain right there. 230. Yep, there we go. Okay, now let's switch back to this. Mana arrow damage, sure, what is this? Mana arrow fire rate by 100%. So this is going to double the damage, and this is going to increase it by 50%. So that's probably the better thing to do. Let's increase this even further. We need accuracy to level 94, and we need dexterity for the next quest. So let's start focusing on that now. We'll get the accuracy in the meanwhile, just from completing the quest. We have some more over here, so let's make sure we start doing some more damage with these. And look at the amount of arrows flying here. Yeah, we are gaining a lot of experience. Okay, so dexterity gain up. That was the thing we were leveling, right? Yeah. That sounds like a good thing to get. Do we need any of these other things? Well, yeah, let's upgrade the Magic River once again for even more gains. Vitality, sure, it's really cheap. That's about it for that. How much? We need 3 in order to learn how to shoot ice arrows. Ice arrows shoot at multiple targets. Well, that sounds kind of fun. Let's wait a moment for the bar to fill up. And then we can start shooting some ice arrows to increase our damage even further. Oh, what a wonderful plinging effect. Okay, quest-wise, what did we need? We needed dexterity. We are working on that. We actually need quite a lot of dexterity, honestly. And we needed accuracy level 94 in order to do that as well. Would it make sense to actually focus on this a little bit to make sure we upgrade the quest and then focus back on accuracy? No, probably not actually, because we weren't actually getting... No, we're not getting experience from the quest itself. We are getting a lot of money from those quests. So we could buy this. This actually does increase our accuracy skill experience gain. So that's great. And then let's visit back to the magic upgrades over here. Increase mana arrow damage by the level of the vitality skill. Sure. And that's for both of these. This is just plain damage. And this is crit chance of the ice arrows. Well, all of that is probably good. Mana arrow damage. So that's this one. Sure, let's get that one. And how high was our vitality skill? Is it the same 590 damage? I actually don't know. It doesn't specify all that well. We need 95 dexterity, and we are getting pretty close to that. And what do we need for the quest? A level 94 accuracy as well. Yeah, it's all coming along pretty nicely. Anything else we can buy here? Well, we might as well upgrade our magic gain a little bit, because we are gaining that experience in the meanwhile. And sure, let's upgrade our arrows a little further. This one is pretty cheap to get. We might get that in a moment as well. Okay, so let's see. We have this coming up. 94. And the next quest was at what? I keep forgetting these things. 95. Okay. So any moment now. Any moment now. There we go. Assassin. Okay, that's a lot of concentration and dexterity gain. Just look at those figures. This was 16 and 19k. This is 97k. And we actually need dexterity in order to upskill this. So that kind of takes care of itself. But we also need strength. I am going to wait this out for a moment though, because we are already nearly at 100% dexterity. So it might be worth doubling the money we get from this quest. Those, just double checking if I'm upgrading the right thing. Yeah, I am still working on those. Dexterity is still plodding along. And we should be upgrading that right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm switching to strength, I believe, because my strength is actually really low. And now shooting up. That's a lot more damage from normal arrows as well. I'm just wondering if I just... Yeah, it's like 10 levels in a few seconds there, so it's worth switching to these lower level ones for a moment, I believe. Just to make sure they keep up with the rest. A little bit at least. And then you switch back to strength again, because that's what we need in order to progress. Okay. Let me revisit the stuff we are actually buying. So, strength experience gain. Yeah, we definitely want to increase that, because that is what we're focusing on right now. What are we getting from the quest again? Concentration and dexterity. So anything that works with one of those three things is worth getting. So not vitality. But yeah, the Amulet of Insight upgrade is definitely worth getting as well. I mean, we haven't really focused on concentration, and it's still one of our highest skills. You can see the strength of the quest there, kind of making that work for us. Okay, we have a lot of magic experience now, and we have some new skills. Magic healing increases vitality experience gain. Oh, that's interesting. We don't need that right now. Concentration experience gain by 250% on the other hand is quite useful. Learn how to shoot portal arrows. Portal arrows shoot at random targets. Sure, more arrows. Can't be a bad thing, right? Look at that. I actually seem to be doing quite a substantial amount of my damage already. Now we can increase the damage from the mana arrows, and if I get a little bit more experience, I can start shooting fire arrows as well. Look at that whole rainbow of arrows. So much fun. Okay. Are we working on dexterity? Yes, we are actually really close at getting the next level of that. Let's switch for a moment to that just to speed that up. So I can upskill this and not forget about it. And we are now getting 109k experience for dexterity and 437 for concentration. Okay. Sure. How is our strength doing? 100 and... just 100 actually. Okay, this is taking longer than I thought. So we need 115. Can we speed that up in any way? Not really. Let's just buy some upgrades though while we're at it. And let's add some fire arrows to just increase the damage we're doing. Is this just my imagination, or did that add a lot of damage? I'm actually not entirely sure. That might just have been my imagination. And we can start upgrading them over here as well to do even more damage. There's a lot of upgrades here in the bottom, which we'll get to in a moment. But let's see, what was this? Critical rate, vitality experience gain. Nothing we really care about it for the moment. This one is the strength experience gain by 250%. That's probably worth getting. We are at level 106 now, and we need quite a bit more than that actually. All this stuff is so expensive. We do have mithril targets over here that we can buy, and which I am actually going to do, because that will allow us to do even more damage to these things before they die. That's not really the point, because we don't have to manually craft them anymore, but they also give us extra experience. So this should help us progress faster, even though it feels kind of slower initially. 115, 108, Alright, get on with it, get on with it. I might include a little time skip here, just to get to the next level. Okay, so I have Molten Blood now, which increases my strength skill gain by a lot, and it also means that we can now start working on the next quest, which is the Arena Champion. That gives us strength and concentration and a lot of money, which is always a good thing. Is it actually more money than the previous quest? No, it is not. It does give me a lot more experience, so I'm just gonna stick with this anyway. Because this will be by far the fastest way to level up my strength. Look at that. We just got like 12 levels of strength really, really quickly, just because a lot of that experience is coming from the quest itself. Okay. Yeah, let's just focus on that for a moment. I am going to buy the magic experience because that is still gaining in the background. What else do we have here? Learn how to shoot spectral arrows. Arrows shoot at multiple targets. That sounds pretty cool. Is there anything else in here? That's accuracy. We don't care about that for now. Magic affinity. Oh yeah, we probably should get this because this just means we can unlock everything else in this tree faster. And this is definitely worth getting. This will just increase all the experience from quests by 100%. Okay, so we're now up to 27k per quest. That's a lot of stuff that we're getting. Look at that, this is just shooting up now. And strength is still gaining pretty quickly, so we're pretty close to maxing that out. Actually, I can't really buy any of this though. So we'll just have to be a little bit more patient about this. And maybe it's time for another time skip. Okay, so strength level 133 reach. We can now upskill this even further. We actually have one more level to go, but we are gaining a lot of concentration as well as strength experience now. What was the next thing we needed actually? We needed concentration at 135, so let's focus on that for a moment. We can speed that up by getting an amulet of insight. And sure, let's just get this as well because it's super cheap, comparatively compared to what we were doing before anyway. Mana Ocean. For every unspent magic experience, increase portal arrow damage by 10%. So this adds up, but we're spending all our magic experience for now. Increases all the experience from quests by 100%. Sure. What is all of this? Increase gold gain by 100%. Yeah, I want to start working towards that as well, for sure. Dexterity bonus as well. Yeah, this part of the tree doesn't seem that interesting. I might be underestimating that, honestly. This is the ice arrow, right? Yeah, it's doing only a fraction of our damage, which is probably related to the fact that I haven't upgraded these, but I think it's working just fine. The nice thing about these games is that you will complete them eventually one way or another. I mean, just keep it running and you will get more experience. However, you want to do this not necessarily as fast as possible, but it is fun to kind of see how you can optimize this in order to get things going a little bit faster than you would otherwise. Concentration 135 is what I was looking for, and there we go. 3 mil. Oh, we actually get 3 different types of experience now. We get boatloads of that. Still less than what we were getting money-wise, but that shouldn't take too long. We do want this to be upgraded to level 141 pretty quickly. I can also upgrade these skills now, which is not really that relevant, but still. We are getting which other things? We got experience, strength. Oh, sorry, concentration, strength, and dexterity. So that means I definitely also want to make sure I get this. And probably the magic quiver. Not entirely sure why I would want more targets. It's really expensive and, you know, we're shooting these already. Although there are some of these arrows that can shoot at multiple targets. Maybe that increases the DPS. I'm not entirely sure, but upgrading these quests, by the way, doesn't actually cost anything, so there's no harm in doing it anyway. Upgrading the Royal Guard, however, was really worth it. And let's see, what's next? We are gaining some nice experience over here. This is never a bad thing, because more concentration experience means more concentration, which means more experience. That was a lot of points I just spent really quickly there, though. Let's actually switch to Magic Affinity for a moment, because this will speed up everything by a lot. Yeah. Remember how I was saying like 10 minutes ago that we should probably upgrade our lower level spells a little bit? This is why. Because I just increased my magic affinity gain by like, what is it, 50% total relative to what I was doing before, with like 5 seconds of work. Well, I could have done that a long time ago. Anyway, let's also do that for the others for the moment. Vitality is not super useful considering how much this is doing. Getting some additional crit chance is interesting. We are almost at 100 crit chance for normal arrows. Not entirely sure what comes after that, to be honest. We can upgrade the Royal Guard. We're still working with concentration, but that kind of takes care of itself. Oh, we actually do need magic affinity leveled up anyway. So that's worth it. Can we get one of those magic trainers to help us out with that? No, we already bought all the ones that we can afford. Do we need anything of this? Let's just buy the additional targets. Not sure if that actually helps us that much, but I don't know. Let's find out. I suppose we can upgrade this. We have all those previous quest level maxed out now, but I don't think it's worth going back. We do have a lot of magic experience coming in pretty quickly now, thanks to all the upgrading we've been doing on that. So let's make sure we are shooting spectral arrows now as well. We can increase the fire rate of those by 100%. Are these the spectral arrows? Those are those. Okay, gold gain by 100%. That was what I was looking for. Dexterity skill experience gain by 250% is probably what I'm going for next. How close are we to this? 153? I'm pretty close actually. And we can actually buy the Wizard Trainer now, so let's do that and speed up the gain for the Magic Affinity. Because we need that to 135 and we are at 123. We are getting about like 1/3 of a level per target, it seems. Do I want any of these? Not really. I do want this one because we are actively gaining that from the quest, if I remember correctly. Yes. And what else do we have over here? Strength will increase damage of fire arrows by a lot. Strength skill. Okay, this is another. So there are a lot of good upgrades. It doesn't really matter down which tree we go by the looks of it. They're all kind of good. Let's just get this one to get the vitality experience up as soon as we need it. And then it's just kind of a focus on the tree top down. I think that makes most sense because these things are less expensive than anything below that. It makes sense to kind of prioritize that first. We have this at level 4 now. 100k per quest. Yeah, that's flooding in quite nicely. How is the magic affinity coming along? 129 now. Let's buy some of these cheaper ones as well as the inside one, because again, more experience is always a good thing. What's an amulet of time? Oh, this is actually all experience gained by 100%. So all of them at the same time. Interesting. Well, we made the numbers go up for sure. Quite nicely actually. It's kind of zen to play these games. There's not too much like stress involved, other than must optimize as quickly as possible. Let me know in the comments actually, is this relaxing to watch or should I do this in any different way? I think this is really zen, but playing it and watching it are two completely different things. I've actually heard some people say that they prefer watching it rather than playing it. Not specifically this game, but this type of game basically. While others have completely different opinions about that. It's with most things of course, but still. Let me know what you think. There was an experience gain in here as well, so let's take that. What arrows are actually doing the most of our damage is the fire arrows. And we can increase those even further over here as well. Oh look, it's a new quest. We are now a Dragon Hunter. We get 75k, which is again less than the previous one. But look at those experience gains. That's 4 different skills actually at the same time that we're leveling now without even trying. We need magic affinity to 141, and we need magic affinity here as well. So I think we're raising magic affinity, which we were already doing. So That's kind of working like intended. It feels like accuracy and vitality were important for a very short time, and we didn't bother with those at all. I'm not entirely sure if that's intended, but let's increase the firepower of our most damaging arrow. That sounds like a good thing. I know I said I was going to go top down, but this is just more efficient, I believe. Anything in here that we really care about? Critical damage of ice arrows, not really. The spectral arrows are these. Yeah, I mean, we can double the damage essentially of these things as well. There is a lot of upgrades for those things here. This is all... Wait, this is the critical damage of all arrows. I think it's hard to compete with that. Oh, this is actually really good as well. Experience gain from targets by 75%. And what do we unlock? We can upskill this one. 150k now. It can now more than compete with the royal card, so that's good. Can we buy some more stuff? Yeah, accuracy and vitality, but we don't really care. I mean, I can buy them, but yeah, let's not. Let's keep optimizing this a little bit. We probably want a wizard trainer, considering we do care about the magic affinity in both the quest as well as the next quest requirement. So one way or another, we want this to go up. And that means we don't have anything to spend here, but we do have a good deal of those over here. So, let's see. Critical damage of all arrows. This is just the ice arrows. Is there anything that will actually increase our magic experience gain? I don't believe we do have anything that does that. No. We already got the all experience one, right? Right? Yeah, that was this one. Okay. I guess that will just increase critical damage of all arrows. These are pretty cheap, so let's pick that up as well. We can upskill this now to make it go even faster. We have 20 million, which is almost enough to buy the wizard trainer. Just one more quest completion. One more. There we go. Oh, that was actually the last one we could buy. We're running out of things to buy over here. Those things are really expensive, but we are running out of those for sure. Which I believe means we're getting close to the end of the game. Because, like I said, this is a pretty short game. The thing with incremental games is they're all kind of the same. Like I said, make numbers go up. A lot of these games do have what they call a prestige type of mechanic, where you kind of reset your game, but some of the progress that you made carries over to the next game, which means you get back to the point where you were faster the second time around, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. And every time you get further and further, you can do even more ridiculous stuff and make the numbers go even up faster and bigger and quicker, etc. Yeah, still don't care about these things. We kind of do want the Amulet of Time. All experience sounds like a good thing to get. This is actually maybe worth it as well, just to have the unspent stuff that I am every now and then not spending. And let's make sure we skill this up. We do have a new quest incoming at Magic Affinity 155, which is not that far away actually. So you can see it's gaining a lot of experience just from the quests, and then on top of that we have the targets coming in as well. At this point I don't think it really matters what I pick, so I'm just going to upgrade these. Just double checking accuracy. Oh, actually I should have gotten this. I completely forgot about this. 75% extra experience from the targets. Yeah, I should definitely get that once we get back up to 6. We do have 155 magic affinity now. We are now cloud piercers. Command weathering clouds using your arrows. How does that work? Anyway. And we need to become the greatest archer and get everything to 168. Well, this is going to go a long way towards that, because this is actually erasing 4 of those things, and now we do need accuracy and vitality as well. So let's make sure we focus on that a little bit, because we're not getting that from the quests. And that also means I probably want to start buying some of these, so we level up everything a little bit quicker. That also means we definitely now want to get this, because this is 75% to everything we're gaining from the targets, which now goes directly into accuracy over here. And do we have enough to buy something else? We don't yet. But we definitely want this, because this is again accuracy and that will help us level that. I just got the vitality one. Yeah, we'll need both anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I think, in which order we pick them up. Strength. We have a pretty high strength. Gold, we don't really care about that necessarily. Some dexterity. Yeah, so we'll just save up for this one next. Yeah, I want the Amulet of Blood next, I believe, once we get to 28 million. It will help us complete one of these. We already have concentration up to the required level. And that's nice, 1 down, 5 to go. Nope, nope, don't buy that, don't buy it. Upskill this, definitely though, more money. More experience, I believe, as well. I'm not actually entirely sure if we do get more experience out of that. It might actually make sense to save up for the Amulet of Time, because this is only giving us a 50%, but relatively speaking it's even less than that increase. While this actually gives us a 100%. It's just slightly more expensive, but it's increasing our entire experience gain, at least if this acts as a multiplier, by 50%. Okay, there we go. 163 on Magic Affinity. So basically the ones that are auto upgrading for us are definitely not something we need to invest in actively. That's the accuracy one done. And now the question is, how much damage are our portal arrows doing? Which ones are those? These. So it might actually be worth just stacking that up. I am going to complete the technology tree though, because that's fun. And we do get more damage out of that, but strictly speaking, it might actually be better just to start stacking up on the magic experience. And every time we do that, we get 10% extra damage on those, and those are actually among our more high damage arrows at the moment. But let's have these spectral arrows compete with them a little bit more. They're kind of bad at the moment though. Okay, strength and concentration are now at 168. What are we working on? We definitely need the vitality one, because that's our lowest skill, so let's focus on that. 80 million, 140 million. Well, we're definitely not buying all of that. That's for sure. But we are going to upskill this, and Magic Affinity should need to be at 173 in order to upgrade this even further. Well, by that time, I think we will have completed the game. Let's actually switch to Vitality now, because we already have the accuracy that we need. Dexterity is almost there, Magic Affinity as well. So now we only need to wait around a little bit for the Vitality to come up even further. Can we buy anything to assist us with that? No, it's just the really expensive one. So yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point, I believe, what we buy. But still, I'm just going to go upgrade the entire technology tree just because I can. I don't know, does this game have achievements? Probably not. It's just a short and free game, but yeah. Now, obviously, this is a pretty simple, straightforward version of a game like this. It's also about an hour long, I believe, and it's completely free, so it doesn't get much more value for your money in terms of that. Try it out, see if it's something you enjoy. This is one of the more simple versions, again, of this type of game, but a lot of these go in a lot more complexity, take a lot longer to complete it as a result of that as well. And especially once you get prestige mechanics in that, it becomes a whole new kind of optimization where you're kind of trying to figure out, when do I reset my game? How far do I get before I do that, in order to make sure you're optimizing that as well. It's really fun. It's kind of challenging depending on the game. Some of them are not that interesting, not that well made. Some of them are really grindy. In some cases, that's actually part of the appeal. These are sometimes games that you kind of want to play in the background, hence the idle game overlap. And not all games are idle games or incremental games, and vice versa, but there's a lot of overlap in between those two genres as well. So I won't blame you if you kind of name them in one breath, so to speak. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of Magic Archery, and in the next couple of days I'll be showing games similar to this. Also a couple of games that are also incremental games but have a completely different playstyle, just to show you kind of what's out there. And I'm trying to stick to the games, of course, that are that I've seen before, that I know that are kind of interesting and good, so you don't get barraged by a flurry of bad games. So let me know in the comments if you have games that you want to recommend to me in this genre. I would very much appreciate it if you do, because like I said, I really like these games and I hope you do too. Either way, if you're still here, you're awesome. Let's finish the game and hope to catch you in the next one.